The Cottonwood County Citizen proudly presents Athlete of the Week. DQ of Wyndham has hot eats and all your favorite cool treats. Be sure to check out their personalized ice cream cakes for all occasions and their seasonal selection of blizzard treats. DQ, happy tastes good. Located on Highway 6071 in Wyndham. I'm joined right now by Wyndham senior Allison Letcher, our Athlete of the Week this week. Congratulations, Allison.
Thank you.
Let's go back to last Tuesday's game down in Jackson, and I imagine that both you and Delaney had a pretty good idea of where you guys stood as far as hitting that 1,000-point milestone going into the game, but it really didn't affect you guys' game plan very much as far as what I could tell.
Yeah, Delaney and I, we had a conversation before the game on Tuesday, and we were like, oh, this would be so cool if we would hit it in the same night. But yeah, like you said, going into it, we didn't change our gameplay at all. Like, Delaney's usually dominant on the inside, and I'm usually the facilitator as a guard. So yeah, we just played and ended up getting 1,000 points on the same night, and that was really cool.
And I think from what I could tell early on, the game plan was we're going to pound it into Delaney and make them stop her, and they couldn't. But that eventually opened things up for everybody else, and I think we kind of saw the same thing last night against Worthington. You guys pounded it into Delaney. They had a hard time slowing her down. Eventually, they had to double team her, and that opened up everybody else.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. That's usually our game plan. Get it to Delaney, and then everything else opens up because she's so good down there. So
you look at your career though, and you kind of came out of nowhere as a sophomore. I didn't see you coming up through the ranks, but you had a tremendous sophomore season. Last year was absolutely the most spectacular girls basketball season I've seen from Wyndham in a long time. How special was last season to get over the hump and get to the subsection finals, win the subsection finals, and play for a section title?
Oh, last year was just a dream come true. We put so much work in over the summer, and it finally came together. We fill out our goals in the beginning of the season, and our goal is always to make it as far as we can in the playoffs, and Mr. Johnson helps us do that so much, and last year was just, absolutely insane.
This year, though, obviously you guys lost a big senior class from last year. Mm-hmm. This season, it's a little bit of a different dynamic, and, I have watched you guys play the last through the early part of the season, and it's very interesting to see that yes, teams know that you and Delaney are going to be able to score, but it's been cool to see. Gracie has had some huge scoring games. Kate has had a couple of huge scoring games. Jaden hasn't scored a whole lot, but her presence on the defensive end is just fantastic. Mm-hmm. And so far, it's working.
Yeah. Everyone talks about how we lost all of our seniors last year, but I think something that's really cool is that we have just as good as players as we did last year, maybe even better, and I think that we have the ability to go just as far as we did last year in the playoffs. And I think we've proven that, last night playing Worthington and beating Redwood again this year, so yeah.
It had been 18 years since Wyndham girls basketball had beaten Worthington. And last season, you guys had a couple of really tough, close games against them. You had a 43-point night against Worthington last year. What was the key to getting over the hump last night?
Yeah, last night, I had kind of a different matchup where I was guarding one of the post players and we were fronting her, and we just had a tremendous backside help. because they have a strong post game, so we just had to make sure that we had as much help as possible on them. And Kaylee just lit it up from outside, and Delaney was killing it on the inside, so they really couldn't stop us.
How have you seen your game, grow and mature over the last couple of years? Because, you've always been kind of a slasher, and last season you really kind of brought the step back and pull up game into play, and this year you've really been able to combine the two.
Yeah, this year I'm taking over the 1 spot now that the senior graduated last year who played the 1, so that's a different position than I've usually played. I'm usually more of just a shooting guard and then kind of doing my own thing, but now I handle the ball most of the time, and I think that's given me more opportunities to open up other players. And yeah, the step back is still there, but it's not it's different now. My game has evolved into more big, sort of post moves, and yet still being able to handle the ball. So
Looking ahead, you guys traveled to Laverne on Friday, and I know that they've had this game circled on the calendar. I imagine you guys have as well. Laverne's going to be a pretty solid matchup, and should be a really exciting game on Friday.
Yeah, we're super excited to have another subsection final matchup. Beating Worthington, we feel on top of the world right now, so we're excited to go to Laverne on Friday. Last year, hitting the buzzer beater against Laverne in the subsection finals is my most memorable sports moment. Anything Taylor Swift. She's my favorite artist. So, Worthington, for sure. Last year having 2 hard games against them, and last night having a nail biter game against them, they're definitely the toughest to play. I think they would describe me as confident and able to handle the ball really well, and a great teammate. I like to clean at home and do schoolwork and hang out with friends.
And of course, you're a senior this year, and you have signed to play at UW Stout. That's pretty exciting, and you're also going to have one of your Big South Conference rivals joining you on the team. That's really exciting.
Yeah, I'm excited. I met her a couple weeks ago, and I'm super excited to be her teammate. So.
Well, that should be all we need. Congratulations on a milestone victory last weekend and a big win last night, and best of luck the rest of the way. Thanks for joining us.
Thank you.
DQ of Wyndham has hot eats and all your favorite cool treats. Be sure to check out their personalized ice cream cakes for all occasions and their seasonal selection of blizzard treats. DQ, happy tastes good. Located on Highway 6071 in Wyndham.